Hey guys and girls, it's Brandon Fields, and today we're going to be talking about putting an ending to domestic violence. Domestic violence is classified into two subcategories, criminal and non-criminal. Criminal is defined as, but not limited to, unwillingly physical contact such as sexual abuse, kicking, punching, intimidation by stalking, and marital rape. Non-criminal is defined as, but not limited to, having been denied the access to hang out with friends or blocked from social contacts. Another way is restricting the use of telephone, either by watching the person or not letting the person use a telephone at all. Many abusers will feel like they are the only person that the victim needs to talk to or needs to have social interactions with because the abuser is not confident with their relationship and wants to make sure that nothing happens and they're insecure about it. The last way is denying the person of financial needs, and the abuser will do this because they want to feel dominant and they want to make sure that they know when, where, and how the person is spending the money that they have. Some statistics on domestic violence. 1 in every 3 women will experience domestic violence in their lifetime, while 1 in 4 men will experience domestic violence in their lifetime. It's some pretty high numbers if you think about it. Females that are between the ages of 21 to 24 have the greatest risk for intimate partner abuse. And the reason behind that is because around the ages of 21 to 24 is when relationships are kind of getting started and things start happening between the couples, and it can be rough between them. And then we have 1 man, 4 females, and 5 children die every day as a result of domestic violence, which is pretty high numbers as well. How can we fix this, you may ask? Well, let me tell you. The way domestic violence can be reduced is so simple, yet so hard for action to take place. Some ways of domestic violence prevention is starting prevention programs and figure out what works best, make the penalties for abusers strong and consistent, or increase funding for support services and independent women. You also may ask, how will the fix work? Well, first of all, by starting up prevention programs and finding the right program that works best, it will cut the rates of domestic violence tremendously. If prevention programs are in place, women will not feel insecure about being abused, and they will report the domestic violence right away, and the programs will help the women recuperate from the violence that they have experienced. Second of all, having strong and consistent penalties will make the abusers and potential abusers think twice about committing the abuse, and some of the abusers will not take place in the abuse. With stronger penalties, let's say like 5 to 6 years, would it really be worth abusing someone to spend 5 to 6 years in jail, possibly prison, just because something's not your way or you feel the need to harm another human being? And then the final way is increasing the funds for supporting services and independent women, which will help victims feel more confident and safe knowing that they will have someone to help them if they are ever involved or currently involved in domestic violence. Giving supportive services funds will help when women have children and they work a full-time job and they're still trying to take care for their children, but they can't because of all the bills they have to pay. It'll help them get some extra money so they can make sure everything is paid for and their kids are fed. You may ask, why don't we just go ahead and do everything we need to do so domestic violence can be go ahead and stopped? Well, Studies have shown that many women admit that they will not report the domestic violence because they will feel a sense of shame or feel like they will be in more danger if the abuser finds out that they have been reported. In many cases, that is the reason why. But if women have a safe place to go to and the incarceration rates are higher, then women will feel more safer and more confident about reporting the abuser to the police. And here are my references.